Hassett. Now, he's the director of Donald Trump's National Economic Council about Trump's lies about the economy last night. Hassett's answer to this question about prices was to say, oh, you didn't show our slides. Watch.
Why the need to constantly sort of exaggerate? Gas prices are $3 and not $2.50. You know, the idea of suggesting that I think a lot of the impact of inflation. Yes, some progress made, but not as much as he says. Why not just present American people and say, hey, look, these are the facts. I can understand how you feel. Why the need to exaggerate?
You know, I'd have to go back and look at the specific language, but and I hate coming back with questions for you guys, but the president, in order to make sure that everybody understood the facts and the facts were documented, spent a lot of time with us, with our team, preparing slides that showed the data for what he was talking about in the speech. And in some networks, while he was speaking, they showed the slides, and in some networks they didn't. And I just thought that was kind of unusual. I was expecting, when I was flipping around, to just see the slides everywhere. Gosh, we spent so much more time on them. But I think that the president had documentation for the facts that he was saying. They were in the slides.
We're back with Mitch, Alex, and David. So, David, I worked at the White House for 6 years. The slides would have explained my incoherent boss, not the flex that he thinks it is. And in 6 years, nobody ever ran the fact sheet for any speech that any politician I ever worked for ever gave. What? He lies, but you got to read the fact sheet?
I'm not sure what the nation was missing last night was a PowerPoint. That wouldn't have made things any better. Look, you can't tell people how to feel. As I mentioned, people feel anxious. I think we're in a generational moment of economic anxiety that requires solutions. And here's the real problem. We can argue over where real growth is, where wages are, where employment is. The fact is people are screaming for change and for solutions, and Donald Trump doesn't have solutions that can fit. Look, you and I took a similar journey through the Republican Party when we at least understood there was some role for government. That was the less government era. After an era of no government and government's the enemy, here's the problem for Republicans. I am more convinced than ever, two values. The economy should work for everybody, absolutely everybody. That doesn't mean we condemn success, but we got to fight to make sure the economy works for everyone. The second is that government can be used to improve people's lives. Access to health care, access to public education, investments in public education, clean air, clean water, access to housing, affordable rents, and so forth. Those are functions of a government, but this Republican Party and Donald Trump are the party of Doge, and they're attacking it. And so where does that lead us now? Look, I'm looking way past Washington on this health care crisis right now. I don't trust Washington is going to work it out. And even if they do, simply extending the subsidies is not going to allow health care for millions of Floridians. I'm now in the place where